Hey y'all, welcome back. Today I thought I'd bring you along while I set up for my weekly plant care routine. It's Friday and I pulled out this old table. It's the perfect spot to spread everything out. I've got my plant water bottle ready, my garden tool kit with all the little essentials, and of course, my gloves because things can get a little messy. I love taking this time each week to check in on my plants, give them a little TLC, and just enjoy the process. So let's get started and see how they're doing this week. So I'm going to start with my two outdoor ferns. I'm going to check the soil moisture. Since ferns love consistent moisture, I have to make sure the soil is damp but not soggy. Then I'm going to look for yellowing or browning fronds on the ferns. That could mean too much sun or not enough water or just older leaves that are ready to go. I also like to check for pests like scale or spider mites. I flip the fronds over and I inspect them closely. I give them a light trim if they need to be trimmed, and I remove any dead or damaged fronds to keep the plant looking fresh and healthy. I also like to do a fertilizer check because by September, you want to ease up on feeding. Too much late in the season can cause weak growth heading into the cooler weather. Now, for the sunlight exposure, I did move these back. They're so big that they were causing a shadow to cast over my mums. So the days are starting to get shorter, and I want to make sure my ferns are at least still getting the right amount of indirect sunlight. My pot size looks pretty good still, but if your ferns start to look crowded or you see the roots poking out, you may want to consider repotting them before it gets too cold. Now, air circulation is something that a lot of people don't think about with outdoor plants and flowers, but you want to make sure your ferns aren't crammed against a wall or a fence because good airflow can prevent mold and mildew. Now, this time of the year, I really start to pay attention to the weather. September can still bring hot days and sudden cool nights, so be ready to move or cover your ferns if needed. And then lastly, I'm just looking at the overall health of the plant. Sometimes I'll stand back and take a look at them and just say, do they look full? Do they look lush? Do they look green? And if not, I'll adjust the water, I'll adjust the light, I'll adjust the feeding as needed. So that's it. Those are the things that I check for when I'm caring for my outdoor ferns in September. I just use these little small steps and they help my ferns to stay happy, healthy, and ready to transition into the fall. So next we're going to move on to the care for the mums. If you've picked up some recently or you've had them growing since summer, this is the perfect time to give them a little extra love. First off, the location matters, so mums thrive in full sun. Make sure they're getting at least 6 hours of sunlight a day. If they're in pots, don't be afraid to move them around to chase the sun. Next, let's talk about watering. So, mums like their soil evenly moist. Check them daily, especially if they're in containers, because pots dry out faster. When you water, go straight to the soil instead of pouring over the top of the blooms. This helps prevent disease and it keeps the flowers looking fresh. Now for deadheading. Mid September is a prime time for blooming, and currently, when I'm filming this, it's September 19th. So you'll notice some flowers starting to fade. You can pinch or cut those spent blooms to encourage new buds to open and keep the plant looking full. Fertilizer is another key step. By this point in the season, you may want to give your mums a balanced water soluble fertilizer every couple of weeks. It gives them that extra energy to push out more flowers throughout the fall. Don't forget to check the soil drainage. If your mums are sitting in heavy, soggy soil, the roots can rot quickly. If you bought them from the garden center, consider slipping them out of the plastic grower pot and into a container with fresh, well draining soil if they don't look like they're doing well. Now, let's talk about the temperature changes. September nights again can get cool. If it dips below the 40s, bring your potted mums closer to the house or cover them to protect those buds. Also, keep an eye out for pests. Aphids and caterpillars love mums. Take a moment to inspect the undersides of the leaves, and if you see pests, rinse them off with water or use an insecticidal soap. Finally, remember to enjoy them. Mums are the classic fall flower, and with just a little care right now, they'll stay beautiful well into October and sometimes even November. So, to sum it up, give your mums plenty of sun, steady watering, regular deadheading, and just a little fertilizer boost. Protect them from chilly nights and keep pests at bay. Follow these simple steps, and your mums will reward you with weeks of bright and colorful blooms all season long. Y'all, look at this. There's a little bee busy working on my mums. Bees are amazing pollinators, and when they visit flowers like these, they help transfer pollen so plants can produce seeds and keep the cycle going. Having pollinators in your garden means healthier blooms, stronger plants, and even better harvest if you're growing fruits or veggies nearby. Plus, mums give bees a much needed nectar source in the fall when food starts to get scarce. Just another reason to love these beautiful flowers. Since this little bee is here working, I'm going to pack up and let nature continue to take its course. Okay, so that's it for today. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. That lets me know whether or not this is the type of content y'all want to continue to see. Subscribe and turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. I hope y'all are having an amazing day, and I will of course talk to you in the next video. Bye for now, everyone.